It's the cord.
Elementary school janitor. Edward came out late at night to give our young middle schooler decoys some after school learning. But while Edwin was out cleaning the hallway,
Wait, I called it elementary school janitor. Okay.
he should have been really cleaning all the cheese pizza he's been saving and collecting in his phone. On today's explosive episode, we're joined with our good friends over at Predator Poachers and conducted a very much needed operation on a disgusting man who got in too close with his prey of choice, kids. Help this video get to 100K likes in 24 hours, and if it does, EDP Watch will be free for all new users for approximately 24 hours. So sit back and enjoy this episode of EDP Watch.
Oh, what the fuck? He said he's there. So he's right there, chat. Like literally, he was supposed to be here in like 13 minutes, but now he's here now. So we're just waiting and we're gonna go on and go get him. Yeah, we think this dude's a cheese pizza guy. He's still in the car. Let's go.
Hey, what's up, Edwin?
Urgent message that demands your immediate attention.
EDP-itis, a silent but deadly condition affecting 1 out of every 400. It can help, so save yourself. And log into E-Patches, percent off with Freddy Gift for the love of Earth. Go to E.
Want to go talk about Izzy outside, man. Just want to have a conversation. I know you're a good guy and everything, but we should probably just go outside
We
and
don't
talk
want to get you in
about
no
it.
trouble or nothing, man. We just want to talk.
Twinkies? Yep. Me and him got to stay away from that. Just bust it right here. Yeah, do you mind if we sit on the bench over there just for everybody's safety?
Sure.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
They kind of this setup is
Oh, not
fast.
necessarily a setup.
Oh, you got a camera over there.
Yeah, that's for safety reasons. We never know if somebody has a gun or somebody's trying to hurt us and vice versa.
I know we're
man.
big dudes, man, but you know, ain't nobody can stop a bullet, and we're not trying to hurt you.
So why would you set someone up on YouTube or
Instagram.
Instagram?
Well, we're not, I mean, we didn't do any of the messaging.
I mean, if you want full transparency, you know, her mother, she contacted us about this and everything.
motherfucker's
She
looking at
found out
Twinkies.
about this about,
Yeah, bro.
what, 3 hours ago?
Yeah, got it.
So,
gas
you know,
station,
we just
too.
want to talk about this. Obviously, you know, this is a small town. We don't want to get other people involved. That's why we didn't go over to Maple, and, you know, we don't want to bring no construction to your house, man. You
I
know?
wasn't really looking for anything.
And that's why we're here to talk to you, man.
Right,
Like, you seem like a
right,
cool
right,
dude,
right,
man. You know,
right.
you're just an
Wasn't
older
looking for
fellow, so, you know, we know internet stuff can get caught up in everything, and, you know, we've helped a lot of people with stuff like this.
Yeah, no, if we thought that wouldn't be the outcome, we wouldn't be here talking to you, but, you know, there is some stuff that we just kind of want to go over, make sure everything's good with you, both you and her, so.
I mean, I'm not yet looking for anything, really.
Okay.
I
Because
understand.
I know she
We forgot two
Said
bucks.
he had bad
No, but it's just the fact
Being
that
a
he was in
father
a
figure,
gas
kinda.
station looking for Twinkies.
That's awesome. Well, do you kind of know why we're here to talk to you then? You mentioned bad grades
I don't know.
and
That's
stuff
just
like that.
that's just different. That's even more different to me.
pretty much the whole thing.
Right, well, because, yeah, how old is she?
Yeah. I already know, I knew that too, but like I said, I'm not looking for
Well, no, we
We just want to know, like, what was the age that she told you, so that way we know, like, there's no
tell
confusion.
me
Okay. Yeah, because you know how these kids are, but it sounds like she was honest with you, because she actually
like I said,
is.
I understand where her mom's coming from. I understand where she's coming from.
Yes,
Trying to
sir.
Bridge the gap,
What?
because a lot of these kids don't understand that gap.
Okay, do you have any kids of your own?
No, I got
Hell no.
Okay.
So like I said, I tried to, you know. Because
Okay.
when I was in Texas, I lectured a bunch of those kids about, you know, getting off the street.
What kids?
What is he talking about?
Oh.
Because there was a lot of gangs in,
Were you in,
what?
were you a janitor, or?
I was a janitor,
Are you still a janitor for the elementary school?
somewhat, yeah.
Okay, so you still work for the elementary school?
Yeah.
Okay.
He said something
Praise
like-
God.
Yeah, we know you like to be around kids and make
But
sure
I
they're
mean,
safe and
I'd
everything.
rather encourage them to study hard, learn something, get
As a janitor.
that way. The more you learn, the more you earn.
Okay, so do you talk to a lot of the kids at the elementary school?
No,
You don't mentor them or anything?
no, I should.
You
but I
should.
don't.
Okay. Well, how do you like working at the elementary school up here?
I like it.
You like it? Okay. Is that kind of like why you like when you see kids online, like on threads and stuff, you try to ask them to talk on Telegram?
Yeah.
Okay. So you just try to steer them straight on Telegram? Okay.
Awesome. I mean, how many kids have had the privilege of getting to talk to you online?
But what the hell?
I have no idea.
So you just kind of make yourself available, and kids are able to talk to you and stuff like that.
If they want to.
That's awesome. We appreciate that, genuinely.
Because, like I said, I'd rather steer a kid in the right way instead of the wrong way.
100%. So you're
There's
just
a
kind
lot
of
of
like
monsters out there that do steer them in the wrong way.
kind of like the lighthouse in the middle of the sea, just kind of.
Right now, Instagram.
Bro, it's gonna be crazy when he pull up the paperwork and he been sending them wee pics and everything else, bro.
Getting bad. And
Yeah.
TikTok's getting bad. So,
Speaking of Instagram getting bad, like, have you been seeing like these accounts where they're like, hey, we're selling these videos on Telegram?
and I steer away from those.
Really?
So do they do that on Facebook, or do they try to bring you somewhere else?
They try to go to Telegram.
Oh God. So what's Telegram like? Would you say it's like good, bad, or otherwise? Or?
Something like that.
Okay.
We leaving? I mean, we don't want to have to tell your job about this, man. We genuinely just want to have this conversation.
We're done.
I mean, if you're done, you can leave, but I mean,
Yeah, I'm done.
until like we feel comfortable, like,
I'm done.
you sure, man, you're done? I think we should talk about this.
Yeah, Edwin. Basically, Edwin.
Listen, we don't
Edwin.
want to call the authorities, and we don't want to call your job. We don't want to do any of that.
Oh, Edwin, no.
Edwin.
Not the keys in the car.
Edwin, listen, man. I understand you're done with it, and I actually believe you will be done with it after. But you got to understand, like, people can take stuff out of context, and some of the stuff that people have told you online can definitely be taken out of context. And that's why we came here to talk to you, because we don't want you to do that, right? We don't want you to be a part of that type of stuff.
I'm not.
Right.
I can say
But
that.
yeah, but I'm letting you know we want to get this addressed with you, and that's why we chose to do it over here,
Yeah.
kind of away from your neighborhood.
We know
and stuff
that,
like that.
but
Right.
you know, if anyone else saw this stuff, you know, they're not going to be as.
I understand.
Right, but Edwin, I'm letting you know now. Obviously, you're free to leave and do whatever you want. But we have all these messages saved to Izzy, and they all. I'm not going to say that you're terrible, but they don't look too flattering. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
And so, if we have a good conversation with you, man, genuinely, we feel like you're a good guy.
As I said, I give you my word.
But I mean, we barely even talk, man. We barely even know you. You know, we just got to chit chatting and stuff.
Nothing to know.
Here, if you want your story
There's
to be
nothing to know?
left at this, I mean, you know, I don't want to see a good man's life get ruined over this. So if you want to have a conversation,
I'm good.
Right. Well, Edwin, I'm letting you know, man, that obviously, yeah, like we said, you can do whatever you want, but you know, a lot of people would come across these messages from someone that works in a.
They gotta have better scripts for when people are starting to leave, bro. Because right now they stuttering, they kind of repeating the same thing. They gotta hit people with something to make them want to get out the car. They gotta have better scripts, bro. They gotta get better scripts.
Elementary school and probably not try to talk to you about this, but we came over here to talk to you because we feel like simple internet bullshit shouldn't be the end all be all to everything. But like I said, man, if we don't get it addressed,
Like start lying saying, well, her mom wants to come out, but if you could have this conversation with us, it'll make you look a lot better. You know what I'm saying? Like little things to make them like really, like the pressure is on to really stay here. It'd be in your best interest if you had this conversation with us, man. Right
there is
now,
going to be a
it
way
ain't-
we're going to get it addressed. I
What
don't,
would you like? What would you feel comfortable in me saying?
well, it's not really. There's not really a set thing that we anticipate you
we just
saying.
want to have a good conversation, man.
Right.
If we,
Like I said, I'm done with her, kid.
Right.
okay, well, you can say that, but can you at least talk with us some more? Like,
What? You still have a mic on. You still got your camera going.
here, I mean, we can hop in your car and talk in your car if you want.
Like I said, I'm done.
Well, Edwin, basically, I guess what our goal is pretty much what's going on is there's pretty raunchy messages between a 18-year-old girl and somebody who works in an elementary school. Now, does that have the best thing in the world? No. Can it be fixed? I think so. Is leaving fixing it? You can do
Nah.
that, but it's not going to fix it. I promise you that.
How would you like me to fix it other
Come
than...
over here to have a conversation.
Well, basically, I think you put yourself in a good and bad position. The bad position is there's kids that have talked to you online,
Oh, he's
and it
cooking right
looks
now.
not the best, right?
Listen, man, if we want to
think
ruin
he's
your
starting to
life,
cook.
we have those messages. You came here, but you see, we're still here talking with you, man. We're not cops. I'm not a cop. He's not a cop. We're just dudes talking to you.
Like I said, a lot of it is I would never do anything with her anyway.
Okay.
Right.
And we believe that.
Yeah, we hear that, but
Or any other kid.
right, but we hear
Right.
that, and I'd love to take your word for it, but I'm letting you know, getting in your car and kind of giving us the middle finger, that just destroys,
You know,
figuratively, right?
no, that's out of context.
Which is like mid-conversation, like he was talking, he was about to say a
mid-combo.
sentence,
and you just walked off and got in your car, man. Imagine you were trying to give advice to a kid, and he just got his school books and walked off.
Then he did. Then he walks off. I cannot.
Right, right. We understand. Yeah, no, we can't stop you either, Edwin. But you got to think. I mean, we have a good reputation of you because you work around kids, and you're obviously a trusted person. But like I said, it could be taken out of context. And every context you give us, it helps build up your wall of reputation with us. But you know, if you pull a move like,
I have no idea.
Well, I'm letting you know now. If you pull a move like this, it's just you completely tear down whatever reputation you had with us. And I don't. I mean, like I can't make you do anything, but I'm letting you know it's probably not the best idea, considering that you know we have these messages, and we decided to give you a courtesy by talking to you. Like we're doing you a favor by having this conversation. We're doing you a favor by saying, hey man, we'd rather just talk about it. So.
Well, like I said, I don't know what else to say.
I think there's a lot to say because there's obviously some messages that we don't have any context on.
Nah, when he said, "Well, I don't know what else to say," he should have said, "Well, if you step out here, we can keep asking you a couple more questions and we can get some more information with you." And that would have been it, bro.
And pretty much.
What questions would you like me to answer?
Well, I'll have that conversation outside with you. I'm not going to have it in the car.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, sir, that's how you cook. Jidion wasn't cooking. I'm gonna be honest, Jidion wasn't cooking at all.
We appreciate that, man.
Yeah, man. So, do you know why we want to bring the messages to Izzy about? Like, do you know why we would want to bring those up, the messages to Izzy? Like, do you think there's some stuff said that might be a little bit questionable?
Off the wall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you married?
No.
We figured maybe we get caught up in stuff, man. You're a guy, I'm a guy. We have a girl.
No.
Okay.
Not that.
Not that? Okay, what you mean?
You're wanting to know, you're thinking that I'm doing it because I'm lonely and you know this other stuff. No.
Man, there's a lot of other factors, man. I'm just saying, you're a guy, I'm a guy. If a girl hits me up, man, you know, who's telling what I'm to do? You know what I mean?
No. I'm not that way.
So tell me, what type of dude are you?
Yeah.
You a
He's
Christian
better
man?
than that. He's
believe
better than
in God,
that.
yeah.
You believe in God? Okay. So,
Like I said,
yes, sir.
I just, when I start talking about that, turn them off.
Yeah, I believe that you turn it off with other people, but I guess what made you want to turn it on with Izzy?
I didn't want to turn it on with Izzy. Izzy started talking, and basically,
Right.
she had a slight depression. If you read into the first few.
Yeah, we know about her family issues and stuff. Yeah,
I don't know about her family.
But yeah, she is going through a hard time.
But I do know she has a low self-esteem about herself.
Okay.
Because she's a child.
If you didn't catch that in the message.
Because, hold on, like, let's, in this fake Izzy situation, because she's a child. So, yeah, she'd have low self-esteem.
I didn't catch that part, no. So, I missed that. Did you see that? I didn't see that.
She's going through the normal thing that most teenagers do. They don't think they're pretty enough. They don't think they're smart enough.
Women.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, usually women think they're too smart. Catch the fuck up.
I mean, you just like, got to boost that morale a little
That's not
bit.
funny, bro.
So, while we were just talking to her, trying to boost her morale, I guess, was she coming on to you more?
Yeah.
You see? That's why we're here talking to you.
But I was not.
In no world will a child ever come on to me. They won't be given an opportunity.
Playing that.
So, like, what was she doing?
She just, you know, using the word love and, you know, oh, you're great. And then he.
Did she ever like tell you that she wants to like get busy or any crazy shit like that?
No, well, she mentioned something somewhere. But I'm like, oh.
All right, like what did
I
you?
just played it off.
Right. Like do you know like what she mentioned? Because obviously it's a concern when these kids just go out of their way to talk to strangers like that.
I have no idea.
Did you ever like play along with
Where'd
the
Jidion
conversation
go?
she was trying to have?
What was it? Hold on. Something going on.
Like was she ever curious about like things or anything?
I think so.
Okay. Because look, again, it's not a concern because every guy online is going to talk about stuff. That's just a common thing that happens. But
If a girl hit me up, man, you know, I'm gonna try to figure out about how soon I can get it.
Right, 100%. But it's more so a concern if these kids are talking about this stuff. Like, is it common?
Who talked to her before? Like, we gotta figure out, man, if someone did this to Izzy before.
Well, let's hope not.
Well, I mean, did you get a vibe like that? That maybe something happened to her?
I'm sorry, Jidion tried to put the camera up all smooth. It wasn't that smooth, and he took it down. I was focused on that. I didn't even pay attention.
No, it was more. She was more worried about her self-image.
So did she ever ask you like questions about some of this type of stuff?
Man, bring the text up, bro.
I think, but I'm not sure.
Okay. So there's a few messages talking about like
what the receipt said.
Right.
Yeah, I did explain that to her.
Okay. I guess what was
She was curious.
Right. No, that's fair.
I'd rather have her be informed instead of not informed.
So again, it's a lot of messages. I could read every single one and figure it out line by line. But like, what was, to paraphrase, what was she kind of curious about wise?
Everything.
Intercourse?
That too.
Was she ever like wanting to? I mean, 'cause I don't know if she's intentionally. Was she ever like wanting to have that with you, or try to say, hey, well, we should do it together, or anything?
No, we never discussed that.
Okay.
But she wanted to know, and I, you know.
Did she ever like say that, hey, this is, I want to do this with you? Like, did you ever have to shut her down about any of that stuff?
Look, I don't want to discuss anything or say anything or do anything, you know, anything.
Do you think maybe you got a little bit carried away with some of the messages? Because I have one right here of, on your end, saying a lot of ways I can't wait to unwrap you and see what's underneath all the closing. And then again, the intensification of that day of meeting would be worth it. I would like to be a fly on the wall in your bedroom to see what it is. I'm going to have a double wow when I see you and what your body...
Jesus Christ.
This is a sick Negro.
Wait, he's not black. That doesn't even work in this situation. He's a sick man. He's a sick man. Wow.
What's underneath all the closing. And then...
Yeah, hold on.
On your end, saying a lot of ways I can't wait to unwrap you and see what's underneath all the closing. And then again, the intensification of that day of meeting would be worth it. I would like to be a fly on the wall in your bedroom to see what it is. I'm going to have a double wow when I see you and what your body looks like, but we'll have to wait on that one. So I guess what was kind of the appeal.
A play on... Hey, bro, chopping that down to a play on words is crazy.
Wait on that one. So I guess what was kind of the appeal. What's the play on words?
So feeling more like flirtatious.
Yep.
Okay. Here it says, as long as we were able to see each other, you'll always have a hug and kiss and a caring person like myself to listen to you and acknowledge your concerns as my own. You understand that I would love to hold you in my arms in private and look at the beautiful eyes and plant a sweet little kiss on those lips.
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you say you had a niece, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess the concern we're kind of having is like, imagine like...
What the hell?
Niece with the same thing?
Yeah. Well, like, how would you react in a situation like that, you think?
Depends on the situation.
Let's say it's just like this, kind of like the same messages you sent.
Well, she's a big girl. She's mature.
How old is she?
She's 17 going on 18.
Okay, so she's big, but let's say when she was
Well, she's already had situations, and
he was the weird uncle. He was the weird uncle. I'm understanding it now. He was the weird uncle. He was the weird uncle. Yep.
Okay, so she's big, but let's say when she was
I mean, like, obviously, but like intentionally to his own niece.
Well, she's already had situations, and she's already been preached to about everything, and I trust her in her judgment.
Has she been talking to the wrong guys online previously, or anything? Your niece?
I have no idea who she talks to online.
Fair enough.
They don't let him around her.
ever been a period where like you kind of like looked after her and like talked to her or anything like that?
I just tell her the same thing as I told her.
Oh, like the same thing you told Izzy?
This is in context.
Pretty much about and everything else. Explain. She already knows that.
We have.
So there was another one that said the next step would be if I ever got to that point, I would be touching in your parts.
Okay.
So is there a reason that was told to Izzy, the 15-year-old?
Out of play.
So, I mean, it's fair if you want to say it's play. I mean, that's fine. Words are just words. I mean, First Amendment, I can't say that, like, you know, until it happens, it's the First Amendment.
Like, I mean, it's our free country. We can say whatever.
I didn't really take any of this serious.
Okay. So what should probably be serious is, do you want to explain why people are sending you on Telegram?
That I don't know.
That you don't know?
I wish it would quit.
You wish it would quit?
Because I'm like, that's freaking me out.
It's freaking you out? Why is it freaking you out?
Because Instagram was never like that.
Okay, but do you want to explain why you're getting kids on Telegram?
That's what I want to know.
Okay.
So are you gonna like add it into like random group chats and they're just putting that stuff in there?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Okay. So
Seriously.
No,
Okay.
I believe you. I believe
Because
you.
we ready to go ban for ban,
I
bro.
have off of Facebook, have had at least 5 different women offer
Like to just send you that.
pictures for cash. Yeah.
okay. So obviously we're
you
talking
would
about Telegram
sue,
here
dude.
though, and people are sending you on there. So do you know when that started happening? Because I want to.
I can go on there now and flip through the thing and.
So it's been happening for a while.
Oh yeah.
Do you know when about that started? Because basically, if you can prove this, you can take any of those photos yourself.
I
then
did not.
okay. So when did they start sending you kids on Telegram?
About a month ago, I think.
About a month ago. Okay. So how many people do you think have sent you kids on Telegram?
At least
Because
get
I would
ready to
hope
go
what you
ban
tell me
for
matches
ban.
what we have. So
I'll explain what I mean after this
about
video,
5.
bro.
All right.
5 or 10.
Okay,
About 5 or
that-
Are these like
Can I watch your video,
pictures,
Donkey?
pictures or videos?
All right.
Okay. How young do these kids go?
I want to say at least.
At least.
I want to say that.
Okay. Well, do you have an action? Do you want to give it the real number of how low it goes, or are you going to sugarcoat?
I don't keep track. I
Okay.
really don't.
What's the youngest looking one you've seen on
Get
Telegram?
this, bro. I'm halfway in. No.
Okay. What's
more than
happening in the video
halfway, actually.
on Telegram?
She's exploding or something.
Okay. How so? Because I want to try to find who that kid is, because that's probably the best thing you
I
can
don't
do
know
right
who
now.
these kids are.
Okay. Well.
I really don't.
Okay. So we're trying to track some of these videos. What is she exposing of herself?
Bro, I really do
Private part,
feel
like
like they
Any
gonna
of
take
these
down the
videos
whole
is someone
ring at
doing
one
something to
point.
them? Like another man, not you necessarily, but another man.
No, I think one of them has another girl on the bottom. The other one's on top.
How old did both girls look?
I don't know.
Okay.
I really don't.
So, do you also want to explain why they're saving these videos to your phone? Is there a good reason for that? 'Cause I want to let you. I want
no,
to
that's
hear it
crazy.
because, like I said, everything's
They're interesting.
they're interesting. Okay. How many do you have saved on your phone? So I really hope it matches with the number that we have.
Probably about 5.
5. All right. Where are they at? In your gallery or where?
Now that I haven't. They're probably in the gallery. They're
Okay.
probably
Somewhere else and
on
somewhere
the
else and
main
somewhere else.
Just in your photo section.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
What's the
won't be
youngest
there if
age
they
you think you
take down
saved on your
the whole
phone? Okay.
What do you mean? Like I won't be a part of like on the good side, or are you saying I won't be a part of the bad side? Because I won't be a part of either side. I'll be watching once the YouTube video is posted. It'd be kind of cool to be there on the good side, though.
So you mentioned these videos are interesting. What's interesting about these videos? Okay. So
they're performing.
okay. So I understand it's performance. I get it, and I guess when they're new, it's kind of you want to see a rookie. You debut with
You
JJ
hear
Watt.
from me
there's
anymore? Oh, that's how you really feel.
There's a category called amateur, so is that kind of what it is? Like seeing amateur, like young kids.
Okay.
Are you attracted to that? Like, do you, or is it more just interest?
No.
Okay.
So you understand that the girl you're here to meet today is 15. You have videos of
The man
people
said
who are
no.
on your
Text
phone
me when
having
this
to
garbage
each
is
other.
done. Unleash.
Well, they're not having to each other, but yes.
Okay.
Well, just
so
check back in like
I think
8
what you
minutes
should
game.
probably do right now is just tell us what you actually want to do with Izzy, because if we just keep hearing this bullshit mentor stuff, I'm probably not going to appreciate. I'm probably not going to have any appreciation.
Yeah,
of
get
your
on his head.
reputation. So
I like
you should
this.
probably tell me what you actually wanted to do if it went your way.
Yeah.
Because the best thing you can do, I'm only judging your honesty right now.
Actually,
know,
you're not being honest.
Okay, what did you want to do the next time y'all met? Because I can read those messages line by line, or we can just have a conversation like men and just be straight up with each other. So what do you think? we should
Yeah,
do?
press him. I like this.
Whatever that however she wanted to handle it.
Okay, so just
Because
be
it's always been in her. I've always left everything up to her.
okay.
Right.
So if she was the one that pushed X, is that something you were open to?
Not intentionally, no.
What do you mean intentionally?
Well, not something I would be thrilled about.
Is it something you would partake in if she wanted it?
That I wouldn't.
Just be honest, because I could see.
No, I'm serious. It just depends on the situation.
Okay,
but
so it's
no, I would not really want to.
Okay. What are the chances of you partaking in it if she's the one pushing it on you?
Man, he not
I could just
pressing
read his
hard
chat.
enough, bro.
Very hesitant.
Okay. What are the chances? I'm not talking about the non-chance. I'm talking about the chances.
Probably not. Check
Probably
it
not.
out.
Okay. So do you think I should read these line by line and prove you wrong, or do you think you could just tell the truth?
Well, those are his words.
Words form intent. I could say I'm going to go rob the store right now.
The Bible says there's
They're not-
power in the word of the tongue.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, you said right here,
But that's only in
if you ever get invited to a party, make your own drink. Never let someone else. So you're telling her how to drink.
No, I'm not telling her how to drink because I'm talking about roofies.
Oh, you're talking about roofies. Okay. So what about you said, I want you to take my cock while I play with your... I mean...
I don't know. I don't remember.
That's not funny. He said, nigga, that was me? That was me, though?
You don't remember?
I think you just show them the message right there.
I mean, like...
No, I'm just saying I don't remember saying it.
Okay, because we went through the DMs on your account, and there's nobody you're talking to as heavily as Izzy. Would I be wrong about that? Is there anybody else that's just trying to actually talk to you, or is Izzy kind of the only one? Because
she right now is the only one that's
okay. So let's pretend. Let's just I mean, I'm just going to completely disregard that you didn't remember it because obviously you remember.
Bro, it's 6 minutes left on leash.
But
Edwin,
she's
literally 6 minutes
the
off.
only one that is talking to.
Okay, so obviously you're telling her, I want you to check my right?
You're just asking her if she shit.
Right. You have videos on your phone of people her age doing things. Okay. So basically, I pretty much know you want to have sex with her at this point. I mean, you can't
Man,
bullshit us about that. I mean, I don't even have to. I could just get anybody randomly from this parking lot to come look at those messages, and they would just say the same thing because we all could read.
We all knew what was going on. We're just more annoyed that you're just lying to us.
Right.
We came here to have a God's honest conversation with you, and you're just lying to us.
Right. So Edwin, basically, the reason
we're
past, are we gonna have sex with her or not, or are you wanting that or not? We're past that point because I can just go by those, right? It's more so, why do you want to do it? Has it been so long since you have sex? Do you have a newfound attraction? What do you think it is? Just fess up about it.
I don't have a thing for it.
So what's the reason
I have
you're
a
wanting
message
to have
right here where you saw a young girl that was asking for a friend on Threads, and you asked her to come talk to you on Telegram. Why are you asking young girls to come talk to you on Telegram? And we have what you guys talked about too,
Okay.
Did you find her attractive, yes or no?
Well, she is beautiful.
Oh,
okay.
So did you want to make her, yes or no?
I mean, I'm not really attracted to the point I do want to see. But
okay.
If it happens, it happens.
Okay, so is that something you would have left up to her to do? Or
yes.
Where would it gone down?
I don't know. So where are we at going?
Well, we're at, are we going to keep online or are we wasting our time? And instead of you getting your car and leaving, I mean, I think we're kind of on the verge of where we want to get in our car and leave.
I'm not live. Or...
Well, I mean, if we wanted to do that, why would we still be here right now?
Because I need to get up in the morning, go to school, and go to work.
That's probably the last thing we should be hearing right now after you talked about having child pornography on your phone. Were you aware saving that is child pornography?
Not really.
Have you heard of the word child pornography before?
Yes.
Okay, so what do you think that would be?
You taking pictures, you videotaping it.
Are you asking for it like you are on Telegram? You know, we see how many people you ask for it and you're trading with. Why are you trading that stuff with people?
They ask for it.
So they ask, hey, can I have some child? So do you just want to give people what they want?
Not really.
There we go. I was like, bro, where the fans at, bro?
4K, yeah,
I'll get the vouch on it.
You're cooked, buddy.
How's it going, Edwin? Or how's it going, sir? Edwin, you're an elementary school janitor and you have child. You got to delete off your phone, right?
Yes.
Okay, how many images of child on your phone?
I have no idea.
What did you tell me earlier?
So this was the setup.
Did you come to meet a girl here today?
I was going to meet one to talk to.
And how old was she?
But I wouldn't.
Okay, and did you say things to her through text message?
I may have, I don't remember.
Did you tell her to
I don't remember.
Okay.
But if you saw the messages again and you saw them and it reminded you, would you remember then? Did you not drive an hour to come to this Casey's to meet a 13-year-old girl?
All right, so we're going to just show them the footage of you saying yes to everything we just asked, so you should probably just fess up now. Now, take some accountability. Are you going to delete the child off your phone right now that you have?
I can, yes.
Okay, well, don't do it now. Don't do it now. It's too late. It's on his phone right there, officer.
Bro, why they do a fit check on it?
Let's go.
Nice, dude.
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot he was an elementary school janitor until we started talking to him. And then I was just like, oh wait, when he said, I think he was talking about work.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh snap, I forgot.
Nice.
All right, y'all, man, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. We weren't able to make an intro because this was like, it wasn't
gonna lie,
last
people
minute.
say
He just
God, I
came
would've got
so
it.
early, so we weren't even able to do like a proper intro. But this dude is a freaking elementary school janitor, CP all over his phone.
Yeah.
Came to me, 18-year-old girl here, man. Manitou, I think that's how you say it. Manitou Police Department's absolutely killing it so far. Hopefully this
Where
ends
they
in an
at?
arrest. Oh man, freaking you clutched by getting him out. You clutched.
Yeah, dude, dude, he was a scared. I knew he was so freaking scared, dude. I mean, he had a good poker face, but he was scared. Like,
No,
I
that's
noticed
facts.
when I just started reading his messages, he was like, well, yeah, like he just kind of like didn't know what to say to those. So that's why I was like, that's why I immediately was like, okay.
I was scared to like keep going because I was like, damn, if we keep on going, would it like make him get in his car faster, or would it make him like stay more?
Right.
Make him stay, bro. He didn't know how to press him, bro. No, they caught another one though. That's good stuff. Wait. Okay, this is great ad for Casey's. Honestly, 89 cents for a drink is a steal. That was an 89-cent. What's some Mountain Dew in the back there? That was an 89-cent Mountain Dew. That was tough.